First of all, before we even get into the show, we have to explore something. We gave them an Airbnb, a loft. Zach was taking over the Airbnb the next day.
They're both on one end of the couch together, both their feet up, under the same blanket.
Under the same blanket.
I know
Very incriminating.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the GaS Digital Network.
It's time for GaS Digital Now. Join producer Natalie and Blind Mike to learn what's going on behind the scenes of your favorite shows.
Yo. Are we going to address it? That whole conversation we just had?
No.
Jorge's saying no.
Leaf it out.
No.
Okay. Well,
they
no,
don't deserve. They don't deserve mention on our show.
That's real studio lore.
Until they have me on their show, they don't deserve any publicity on their show.
You bailed.
No, they bailed on me.
Welcome to On the Gate podcast. Welcome to GaS Digital Now, the GaS
JC
Digital
Mendoza.
wrap-up show.
You're Sam
I'm
Santos.
Mike Figs.
Oh.
I'm Big T.
Yo, can I be Jess Levin?
Sure. This is
Hell
GaS
yeah.
Digital Now, the GaS Digital wrap-up show. We talk about all the best moments that happened on the network this week. I'm Natalie.
I'm Mike. By the way, me and Dom made a good observation that the intro reminded him of Cyber Chase.
Yo, it does remind me of Cyber Chase.
I was saying to you, that was the
Let's see,
best
what?
cartoon
The
villain.
Chase? Yeah.
The green guy.
The green guy and his two little minions. I was thinking about that recently. There's an episode where they talk about, I guess it would be squaring things, where it'd be like 1, 2, 4, 8, 64, 16, 64, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How it's like, and how the theme was too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing. I think about that. There's like a parable that it says in it where it starts with 2 little coins of gold and it doubles every hour or something like that. And they're like, what could possibly go wrong? And then they're drowning in gold. I think about that a lot.
I thought it was funny that they had like interstitials.
Yeah,
they
with
had, like,
real people.
sketches.
Yeah, with real people in it.
How strange. And Dom, you said that the villain had a parrot?
I don't know the villain. I think there's definitely a parrot. Doesn't
There is.
Gilbert Gottfried play the parrot?
No, Gilbert Gottfried is in it. I don't think he's a parrot, though.
He's the bird.
He's a bird of some kind,
He's
yeah.
some sort of bird. Yeah.
He's some sort of weird bird.
Because I almost
Hold
put
on, I'm
together, I'm
Googling
like, that would make sense if it was like piracy.
Because he was a parrot in Aladdin. I don't think he was literally also a pirate in this, but he was in it.
I was just going to say that almost would make sense that the villain would be a pirate, as in like computer piracy. And it was like a pun this whole time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
oh yeah, he was like a bird. He had
doesn't
he had a cap and a tail that spins.
I know who he is.
Yeah, he is a bird. He is a bird.
That's my guy.
Love that. Shout out Gilbert Gottfried for having the birdiest voice of all time.
And that bird looks like Fred Durst. If Fred Durst was a bird, it would be that guy.
Do we have any studio lore this week? We went to Philly this weekend.
Yeah, we went to Valley Forge.
Yeah.
Alex thought we went to DC.
That's okay. We went to a different historical presidential place. That's okay.
Yeah.
It was cold. It was a lot colder probably than it is in DC.
What'd you think?
It was beautiful. I would love to go back when it's not uncomfortably cold out.
Yeah, but you saw the thing. It's not a lot.
But
There's
I could see going there a lot if I lived where your folks live.
Really?
Yeah.
We should have gone to the casino.
We can do that next time.
It's gaudy.
Yeah. I'm not a casinos person. I don't win. I'm not good at winning.
It is a fun shape, though. It's like a gigantic cylinder.
Yeah. It's a cool building.
Well, we have a lot to get to.
Yeah, we do have a lot to get to.
We're wrapping up all the GaS Digital shows from this week. We're going to be talking about the Skanks versus the Stand.
Court.
We're going to do some morning zoo facts, some
I'm
things I learned
excited.
on Morning Zoo this week.
He's hiding that one from me.
We're gonna talk about the end of a saga on Fort Carnival.
Yeah.
And much more. But first, I think we got to talk about the big news from rap.
Yeah, let's see it. So I'm going to let you intro it because I only caught the very beginning of it. So I don't know where we landed on it. But I also saw an Instagram post. So I only have little bits and pieces here. Introduce us.
Well, first of all, I have a bone to pick with you. Where we were recording last week or earlier this week, and I was like doing a bit on it, and you're like, they didn't actually do anything. I was listening to the beginning. It's all a bit.
That's not the argument that we had at all. And also, way to say that now. I feel like we should cut that.
Cut that.
I think we should definitely cut that. Why would you say that I said off air that it's a bit on air? Way to ruin a bit. Bit ruiner.
Because it's not.
Bit ruiner. All right, whatever. Whatever you think.
Cut it out. Leave it out.
Are we leafing it out or are we leafing it in?
Leave it out.
Whatever. Or is this just adding a layer?
Well, let's just start with this. No one in their in this damn place can keep it in their pants, I've learned.
Damn, true.
And that I'm learning that I'm a hack.
You are a hack, but they're more hack, if this is to be believed.
I guess that, there's just no original bits anymore.
We're give some concrete details. What the fuck are we talking about for people that are new or for people that missed it?
All right, let's cement this in place.
I don't get it.
Concrete details.
Oh. You always play off of words that I forget that I've said.
What? What did you say?
I'm quitting.
What is this?
We've fluffed for too long. We've lost people. People already don't care what the bit is. They don't know what show it is. They don't care what the bit is. We've lost them. Get it straight into it. People have short attention spans these days.
Okay, so on rap, Zach goes to Lewis and he's like, "Can we talk about it?" And Lewis goes, "What?" And Zach was like, "What happened in Columbus?" Because they were talking about Tristan Bowling being on the show and the good production value.
There was a live episode in Columbus for New Year's.
That's right. So
yes.
in New Year's, there was a live rap at the Columbus Funny Bone. No. And
Comedy Club.
What comedy club?
The Attic.
Attic. I like that.
The Radcliffe Comedy Club.
The Addict.
And yes, the Kratom Comedy Club.
Keep going.
No.
Keep going.
No. Now
Move
I gotta
on.
stretch it.
No, move on. Oh, God, I'm going to kill myself before the end of this episode. Just get to the point.
So
You can't resist. You can't resist making it longer.
So they did a live rap for New Year's Eve in Columbus, Ohio, and Zach went there, Lewis went there,
Tristan Bowling.
Dom and Serafina were there, and they were talking about it on the rap that was on Monday with Tony Yayo and Greg
Stone.
Rock. And
related to Chris Rock.
yes, the fourth Rock brother. And so yeah, Zach was like, "Can we talk about the thing?" And Lewis was like, "What thing?" And he was like, "The Airbnb thing." And Lewis was like, "I don't know, can we?" And
Love it.
so it turns out Zach Amico and Tristan Bolin walked in on Dom and Serafina lounging
Oh, wow. Reclined, potentially.
under the same blanket.
So these two, they come out and help produce the show, which is great. Like they did a great job. They were very, very professional. Apparently, this is Zach said he saw this. Zach, describe what happened. We gave them an Airbnb, a loft to have for the day. They had two separate rooms. Zach was taking over the Airbnb the next day. Zach, you come into the Airbnb.
Tristan and I, Tristan Bowling and I,
Yeah.
arrived together. So this is not just me. They're both on one end of the couch together, both their feet up under the same blanket.
Under the same blanket.
Blasting off. I know
Very
what goes on
incriminating.
All right, interesting. So, do we
Defend
want
yourself?
Yeah,
No,
do we
I'm
want to
kidding.
deliberate first, or we want to bring Dom in here? Dom's our producer now. Everyone
Hello,
clap at
Dom.
home.
Dom is the champ. By the way,
If the production value improves, it's him.
It needs to be pointed out that he was the reason why it went so well in Columbus. It went off without a hitch.
Employee
and
of
he
the
did a
month.
Great job. Yeah.
And we were both home during the meeting, and we both gave you a little cheer when you were Employee of the Month.
Yes.
So yeah, we can take a minute and get you in here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having
Welcome.
me. Thank you.
From your perspective, what happened? And also, I guess from your perspective being on Rap too, did they get anything distinctly wrong? Did they represent you poorly?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh.
It wasn't anything crazy on Rap.
Okay. So, shared Airbnb, 2 rooms,
Yes.
1 living area,
Yeah.
same couch, seated comfortably nearby, 1 blanket.
Yes.
Sounds pretty couth to me. I think that's fine.
Is that a slur? Does anyone check that?
It's the opposite of a slur.
Couth?
Mike, what do you think? What am I missing here? This all sounds very respectful, very PC.
Yeah, Mike came in and he was like, that was a bit, right? And I was like, a bit?
No.
Why does it seem like a bit?
You're like, why? You're like, I snuggle with my female friends all the time, platonically.
I thought it was implied that you guys hooked up.
It was implied on the show, but that's the part that was a bit. They really were snuggling.
No.
Or, I mean, I guess you maybe won't define it as snuggling, but they really were sitting on the couch comfortably, sharing a blanket, watching TV.
That's not what he even said yesterday. It was more than that.
Well, Serafina said on the show that we did kiss.
Ooh.
She did say that. She was my midnight kiss.
Ooh. Is that at the same time as the
He's
snuggling?
being coy and
That
I
was the
hate it.
night
I hate
before.
when Jorge does this.
Oh.
I hate
Because we were
coy.
recording.
Oh.
We did the countdown on the show.
I still don't hate that. I think that is I think that could be innocent. I think maybe it could become not innocent. But I think that on its own is not inherently.
What actually happened?
I don't know. I wasn't there. We were together on New
That's
Year's Eve
why
in
I'm
New Jersey.
asking.
I don't know. I don't.
I'm
like-
just
I don't
taking
kiss and tell.
I'm taking
He's being so coy and I hate coy.
I'm taking Dom at his word here. I'm only believing things that he says to me right now. I think that's very PG. It's cute, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they fucked. That's how I feel. I don't know anything that you don't know. I don't know why you're acting like I'm holding out on you. I literally only know this from Rap and here. You even have more than I know. You said you talked to Serafina and didn't record it. Bad host. Boo.
Well, I don't kiss and tell.
Whoa. Where are we
What-
going with this?
I want to know what happened.
Bro,
He's not to say.
Everything
Bro.
that happened on the show happened. Everything that was said on the show was real.
I hate Jorge laughing in the background. I hate that. Oof. I'm choosing to believe this, and I'm choosing to be like,
Because Lewis asked them directly and they didn't deny it, so that makes me think.
well, that
Things.
would be a bummer on the show if you just go, nah. Like then, if you're like hardline no, you got to keep them guessing. You got to keep the audience biting.
I am the audience.
And you're biting?
Damn
right,
it.
You're biting right now.
I will mark until there is no more Normand.
What does that mean? This is good. I have no further questions. We were set up. We shared a hotel room with 2 different beds, and were set to hook up, and still did not hook up. So it's
What's stopping? He's a smooth operator. He's got Riz.
yeah, but I
didn't
don't know.
have Riz. And you were in a relationship. Neither
was
of them
not
are in
in
a
a-
relationship.
I was not when we were prepared to hook up. I was not in a relationship. Don't put that rumor out there.
Oh, well,
That's crazy. I had been broken up for 2 weeks. Okay, I was single.
You were well.
What I'm saying is, it's possible. It's not that crazy. I feel like they would maybe be like,
why were you
we
under
gotta
the
work
same
together.
blanket? Let's start
It was
there.
chilly. We were in Columbus. It was cold.
It's an Airbnb.
There was one blanket.
How is there one blanket in an
one
Airbnb?
blanket.
That makes no sense to me. First of all, Tristan has to use one for his doggy bed that he lays in.
Is that a joke?
How? Yeah, he
Okay.
he can't
There
get
were
to sleep
multiple
without
blankets.
licking his balls.
Okay.
There were multiple blankets, but only one fuzzy blanket.
Okay. The plot thickens.
The fuck does that? I think I know what fuzzy blanket he's talking about.
No.
It's between someone's legs.
Wow.
They were like comforters, but we wanted. I don't know.
Yeah, you wanted a throw blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm your lawyer.
He needed something that didn't already have cum on it.
But why would you? I don't understand why. Like, how did you guys end up in the same room? Like, what do you do?
They were the only
what
two
is your
people going, and
activity-
gas is cheap.
We were in,
What's
like,
the
the living room.
activity that's happening that makes you need to share a throw blanket? Like, are you playing
Watching TV?
Scrabble?
We were watching South Park under the blanket.
You see, that's a post-sex show. That's like watching Family Guy after you nut.
Yeah, no one's ever watched South Park without having sex first.
We were watching the episode when Stan becomes leader of Scientology and Tom Cruise locks himself in the closet.
Good.
Oh, the Fudge Packer episode?
I think so. We
Classic.
We didn't
Yeah,
watch
that's
the
the
full
intro.
thing. We watched the end. Missed it. We missed the beginning.
Jorge, what do you think?
I don't know why everybody makes such a big deal about this. Like, what's wrong with it? This isn't the first time this has happened.
We just want to know the details because
Why?
no one's sharing any details.
First
know, I
off,
heard
no,
you said you had
wait,
conflicting-
Dom. I'm gonna defend you right now. Michael, Natalie,
Me? I've been defending him this whole time.
no, I just want to point out, how long did you guys do this show before anybody knew anything?
I considered that. I'm just saying.
And Michael double whatever because he was hiding everything until the proper timing.
Not well.
And then you guys still hid everything. Both of you guys hid a secret.
I have a question.
Despite being questioned on Real Ass Podcast and another podcast. So you guys were filthy liars.
I have a real question. When you were walked in on snuggling watching South
Yeah,
Park,
we were never walked in on.
they walk in. Do you get up immediately or do you go, "What's up, guys?"
We just said, "What's up?"
They're not fucking. No further questions. Unless you're lying.
Damn.
Unless you're lying, no further questions. If you were fucking, you would be like, we've never been walked in on, but Alex and Harrington were walked in on by Chris Fago, talked about on this show. I've heard everything I need to hear. Is there anything else you wanted to say
No,
before
I'll
you?
let you believe what you want to believe.
He's playing it close to the vest on purpose because that's better at TV.
I wish I could play it close to Seraphina's vest.
Jesus Christ. Her boyfriend is right here. Cool. Anything else that
What?
happened on...
How was the kiss?
Wait, specify which kiss.
Damn.
I don't know, we were
because my
working.
report was that it was a little awkward on her end.
Ooh, wait, Serafina told you that?
Yeah.
Of course she's going to say, I was awkward, everything
no,
was my
she
fault,
said
I was
that
awkward.
It was him. That was
Ooh. Shocked.
I don't know. We were working, but I think I made up for the awkwardness later.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not getting into this.
He doesn't kiss and tell. He said this multiple times.
Why did you share your pancakes with Tristan Bowling? Why wouldn't you hang out with him outside of...
He was gonna come with us, but then he decided not to.
Zach said that
I
you
did
guys
offer to bring pancakes
denied
back,
him.
but he was welcome to come if he wanted to come. And he was gonna walk with us because he was gonna go to the smoke shop, but he decided not
Did
to.
they talk about all this on rap, or is this just banter?
No, Zach said that on the rap, he said that Tristan was like doing one of those things where they were gonna get pancakes, and he's like, "Oh, I could go for some pancakes right now," like saying the thing of like, "I'll go along with you guys."
Yeah,
and then
they went without him?
They denied him.
Ooh.
That's what Zac said.
Ooh.
We didn't
They denied Zac or
deny
Tristan?
him.
I missed
We
that.
politely offered to bring some back.
I see.
And Zac said it was in a way of like.
Now
they're
I
doing
do
their own-
think. Now I do
Yeah.
think you're fucking. Because now I feel like you needed like a hey, we need to go to breakfast alone.
Oh, like two other people I know.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. The plot thickens.
I wish my plot was thickening.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up.
In Jorge's ass.
Jorge.
I also want to point out that I believe on Monday, so Serafina lives in New Jersey.
Right.
Dom lives in Long Island.
Right.
And
Two
on-
hells on earth.
You live in New Jersey by choice.
and
No, by accident.
the other day, they both walked in together, wearing their matching shirts, smiling, sitting. They came in, sat down on the couch together, just having a good time. No blanket this time, but
Fully exposed.
yeah.
Interesting. The plot does thicken quite a bit.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
were
know what to
here.
think.
You were sitting in the lounge during that. You don't remember that?
Oh, yes, you guys did come in together. I do remember that. I think maybe everyone's planning something for Jorge's birthday, and it's a secret. I wish you guys could hear that. What?
I have a theory that Josh and the TBS lady might be hooking up.
Ooh. I've seen them arrive and leave together.
Yeah.
I hope she's not getting like death threats.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've heard everything I need to hear. I need to deliberate. I don't know whether to weigh in now. I've been in this situation. Now I don't know. There are many factors.
It's almost like he's doing like a double Uno reverso.
Yeah.
Where he's playing it so coy because they are fucking to make us think that they're not.
Yes. I'm getting that as well.
I think the best solution would for all of us, including Serafina, to play Mafia, so we could see their poker faces.
Yeah, very good, very good, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. I feel like this segment has gone on long enough. Thank you for being here. I've heard everything I need. Jorge, thoughts?
Let the kids be kids.
I agree with that.
I've always said on this show that GaS Digital is more of a clubhouse than it is of a company.
Yeah, Clubhouse is always the word that he uses.
So a Mickey Mouse of
Clubhouse, it certainly is.
Come inside.
It's fun inside.
Her.
Vote in the comments if you think they actually fucked or not.
Yeah.
I think they should. We need engagement. All right, what do you want to get to next?
I wish me and Jorge would have our elope engagement.
I think we should do SkankCourt next.
I was going to say, speaking of the Drama Llama Ding Dong.
Please don't do that.
What?
You hit the table really loudly and it picks up in the mic.
And so on Legion of Skanks this week, the Honorable Barrister T.J. Miller held SkankCourt. The Stand versus Legion of Skanks Part 2.
Shouldn't it be Legion of Skanks versus The Stand?
Yeah, I said it wrong.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm a little drunk off of Dom's Love.
Wow. Spicy.
Remember that song Drunk in Love by Beyonce?
Yes, I do.
And we go all night. Oh. This is a lot less serious than the last SkankCourt.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it was more feelings driven.
Yeah.
This one was a lot more. This was a civil case, not a criminal case.
Right.
Okay. And basically, The Stand had posted like a best moments of the year thing on the Instagram of like a carousel of like big moments, and the caption on the Instagram post was 2025 was a vibe.
Gay. Next question.
And Gomez Comedy commented, "Loud and clear, ... on the post."
Okay.
And Big J Okerson, not Dylan.
Oh.
Big J himself, who barely ever uses his own account.
You asked him?
He
Like,
said
you
it
heard
on the
from him?
show.
Oh.
That what Legion of Skanks isn't the vibe, or something like that.
Sure.
And it was because they were not featured in any of the photo in the carousel at all.
Right.
And they said it would, as they're like swiping through. Lewis is like, and I'm expecting to see myself, and he's like, and then like I'm at like the third to last one, and it's David Spade, and I'm like, oh well. I'm not going to be the next one because that's just like a jerk off move to be like right behind David Spade. So I guess, the thing is that we're going to be like last, but like, whatever, at least we're on there. And then we get to the last one and it's the audience. We're below the audience, just people in a crowd.
That's funny. That's so funny. I love everything about this because on the one hand, yeah, they're there every week. They should be featured. On the other hand, it's so gay to make a big stink about it.
Well, they were offended because...
You're right, this is feelings-based.
Burbs Bros, that was live at the stand from New York Comedy Club, got featured, and they didn't. They're like, Burbs Bros
That's
got
so
featured?
rude. Burbs Bros are on this... we're talking about Burbs Bros next. Coming up.
Burps.
Burps Bros.
Bergs Bros.
Berg's Base. Yeah, so do they call in TJ Miller going, we have a court case coming up, can you be on? Or was it just perfect timing?
I think they booked him in mind. He also has a very, I would say, intimate relationship with the owners of the stand, so he's a good go-between because he has a good relationship with both the Skanks and the owners of the stand. So
right.
He's a fair third party.
Sure.
Whereas the honorable Gavel DeGraw might have less of a foot in the race.
Sure.
That's Sal Volcano.
I know, you've tipped it off earlier.
So I would say that the ruling was fair.
What did they rule?
So TJ Miller, well, there was a funny part I will say before that where TJ goes, because one of the owners of the stand, Chris Italia, was there to defend the stand, and it was a lot of back and forth of like, and we've known each other for so long, and like he's like doing his argument, and then when he's about to like kind of give his defense, TJ is like,
Chris, you are at the stand, you may speak your piece. I want order. I don't want any of the three of you interrupting him while he's talking. When I say that, I am talking only to Dave Smith. Lewis knows too, but listen! Go ahead, Chris.
All right.
Italia, owner.
I've known
You're fucking lying.
Hold on!
All right, sorry, that was an instinct.
Go ahead.
That's good.
I'm not kidding. Immediately afterwards, Chris Italia goes, I've known you guys, I've known Jay and Lewis for like 20 years. And then he starts to say something else, and Dave Smith immediately interrupts and goes, whoa, you just haven't known me? And TJ was, what did I just say? Dave, what did I just say? And
That's
then
great.
They interrupted him a couple more times, and Dave was just like, I mean, you knew we weren't going to like actually follow that. Like, you should have known.
Yeah.
And then there was a point where like Chris started to say something, and he was like, all right, Chris, owner of the stand. And then every time Chris went to say something, he'd be like, father, brother.
That's great.
And then he ended with furry. It was very funny.
That's good.
And
Maybe
then
I have to watch this one.
Chris like paused, and then like TJ did the thing where he went, like, which I thought was just a funny little perfect thing of for the bitch just being like, manager of the stand.
good.
But
so what did they rule?
the final ruling was that the Legion of Skanks should consider it badass that they're the rebels of the comedy at the stand that are there every week and they didn't get featured because they're too cool for school to even be featured.
Featured in a gay little Instagram post that says it was a vibe. Yeah.
So they should have the stand post a single carousel of just Legion of Skanks photos.
Okay.
And it happened.
Okay.
Although, granted, it was one of Legion of Skanks and then two of Nick Rochefort and TJ Miller with no one else in it. But
But it was on
it
Skanks.
was Skanks. It was a Skanks carousel.
That's great.
So that it was settled. It was I would say probably the most settled of all the SkankCourts because the original SkankCourt was never solved.
Right. Yeah.
Ari Shaffir is still fled the country to not ever be punished officially.
What was his punishment supposed to be?
People say it was swallow a goldfish, but it was never been determined for real unless Jorge knows in the Reddit.
No, he left. I think Jorge left.
Oh.
I bet Jorge does know actually because he is on the Reddits. Yay. All right.
Gets,
no further questions.
He's got all the karma.
Yeah.
Or updoots. That's what they call them. Updoots. That's right. Jorge's got updoots.
What is that? Why do they call it that? I know what upvotes are.
Yeah, but they call it an updoot because, doggo. Heckin' good doggo.
Heckin' doggo. Got it. Yeah. We've moved back into that full circle into doggo language. I really mean that. Like they're whatever the
Give
kids
me
are
an
saying.
Example.
Damn, now I can't think of one. But kids are saying stupid shit now that's doggo-esque.
Oh.
Whatever, we can move on. Forget I said it. I should have had a concrete example. No. There are other things. Damn it. Whatever.
You're going to think of it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to think of it tomorrow.
Slap me in my sleep. She does that.
No.
Dom, I actually do have a question for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you experience Zach's snoring?
No, we had the Airbnb by ourselves the first night.
Ooh.
And then they took over the next morning.
Gotcha.
So they had hotels or they hadn't come in yet?
They had hotels for the first night.
Also, you experience Zach snoring every Monday afternoon here at the studio.
Everyone here is
But
experiencing.
I mean, it's different if you're also trying to sleep, I feel like.
That's true.
The funny thing was, I heard from Tristan that Serafina and Dom caught them holding hands when they were walking in.
Tristan and Zach?
Yeah.
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah. And that they were whispering sweet nothings in the hallway before they came in.
That's funny. I don't think that they really were. But I wouldn't put it past them to be holding hands.
What is a sweet nothing?
Romantic stuff that like with nothing behind, like being like, yes, I love you. I'll love you forever, and I will marry you right now. Like stuff that's not true. Stuff that's not gonna
so
come
even
true.
in that example, love isn't real. We just disproved love.
Bro, what are you doing right now? Whatever you're doing right now, I don't like it.
We disproved their love. They sweet nothings. There's nothing behind it.
Oh, I thought it was Tristan and Zach that were whispering sweet nothings.
I know. I'm spiraling.
I'm also I'm secondhand spiraling. Can we move on?
Ooh, yeah. Getting dizzy over here.
On Fart Carnival, I got so excited in the booth. You can't hear me. But Brendan starts it and goes, "Oh, I found my Pokemon cards." And I'm pretty sure Cannon is like, "Don't give it away." It was like me to you on this show being like, "Don't start with the reveal."
I believe his exact words were, "Sell it a little bit."
Yeah, sell it a little bit.
Which, by the way, I found the Pokemon cards. We have the update.
Hold on, don't sell it. Don't just give it away.
So, Brendan was at his parents' house or his mom's house for Christmas, And his family was arguing in the other room. And he's like, through muffled walls, I think I can't put it. He was like digging through shelves and drawers. And then
he heard
lo
the
and
bridesmaid
behold-
was a whore.
Exactly. Lo and behold, right where he thought they would be, were all those Pokemon cards he was looking for. It almost felt too convenient. I was shocked that he found them.
Yeah, his quote was, my mom must have not even tried looking because it was so easy to find.
Yeah. So, I guess that's kind of a bummer of a story. The end. He found them. It's been a 3-episode saga-lo.
Yeah.
The previous episode was called Saga-lo. He did find them. Turns out none of them are
That's not true.
Most of them are worthless.
Most of them.
Most of them are worthless.
But
We know this from Christos. We close the door behind you,
And
the show that we
Figs.
work for. And Figs. But Figs, like, I have not followed up with, working on Close the Door Behind You every week has made me be like, most of those cards are not worth anything.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's digging for gold. You
find one once in a while, yeah. But he thought way more of them were going to be good, and the guy was like, it's in a rubber band. They all lose $20
that was the
that
crazy
way.
part, is
Yeah.
that he probably did have more actual valuable ones, but they were scuffed.
But bent, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So he gave Mike some cards to give to his son. And one thing that I liked that he said was that he goes, no, I'm not going to give them to you now. I realized this was probably an afterthought, but he was like, now I have leverage with your son. Every time I see him, I give him a new one.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
like
liked that a lot.
It's like my grandfather always giving me a 20 when you would see me when I
Yeah.
was younger. So my question from this, and I do have an answer this time.
Yes, please.
For my prompt.
Right.
What is something from your childhood that you tried collecting thinking that when you were an adult it would be worth something? I can go first if you want.
I have the opposite, if you'd like to go first.
When I was younger, my Canadian grandparents used to, every time a new Diver Wimpy Kid book came out, would get me it because they knew I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I just keep getting these, eventually Jeff Kinney's... I didn't expect that Jeff Kinney was going to keep
Put out
fucking,
50 billion books.
Yeah, going back to the well so often that it would turn into like an annoying Goosebumps.
Yeah.
And I just figured there was going to be, I don't know, maybe less than 10 in the series.
Yeah.
And if I collected all of them...
Having a whole set would be worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually they got there was too many and my grandparents stopped visiting as much and
there were too many.
I think
end of sentence.
I got to the... I thought when they ran out of colors, it was going to be over, but he always found a new fucking color.
Yeah, yeah.
So by the time it was like dark green, I think I was done, or like brown.
That's funny. I think I read the first 4 or 5.
Brown was not bad. Brown was actually pretty good, but the orange one stunk.
Was dark blue the second one? Or
Yeah.
The third one. I think I had the first.
Roderick Rules.
Roderick Rules is very stands
That's the
out in
best
my
one.
mind. Yeah.
That's the best one.
Yeah. That's very funny. I have the opposite of this. I wish I had saved my goddamn Littlest Pet Shops. Do you remember Littlest Pet Shops?
Yes.
My friends and I used to play Littlest Pet Shops. None of them were expensive at the time. Hi, thank you. Romantic. We were holding hands and whispering sweet nothings. Just there. Because the show is a bunch of sweet nothings. I'm glad you liked that. I didn't expect that one to land the way it did. Yeah, Littlest Pet Shops, none of them were more valuable than the other at the time. But they would have different dog breeds that they would put out. There'd be hamsters. There would be weird exotic animals and stuff.
I'm like picturing them being the size of Polly Pockets.
They're about this big. They're about this big. They have a thick bobblehead and a little plastic body. But they're about that, right? There was a series on YouTube played by Littlest Pet. Also, regret not being the person on the
Yeah, these
on
are
the front of this.
These are like bubblegum machine toys.
Yeah, they should be. There was a YouTube series that got really famous with children, presumably, but it was like a soap opera. It's the type of shit that I would put out, actually. And it was Littlest Pet Shops. And then the ones that were those characters became more expensive on the secondhand market because of it. And some of those sell for like $2,000 on eBay now because they just put them out once and then they stopped. And then that's the one that whatever that kid's name is used in their series. And sometimes they sell for like $2,000. I don't have any of mine left.
Damn.
I have like 3 in a time capsule somewhere, but I'm not going to dig it up for that.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, they're not all much like, I mean, I don't know if any Beanie Babies are worth anything, but much like Beanie Babies, most Littlest Pet Shops are not worth anything. But if I had just kept all of mine, some of them would be worth something. I guess it is like Pokemon in that way.
I was talking to you recently about collecting Hess trucks.
Yeah, Hess trucks. You said they're really expensive now.
They're like $80.
I feel like I remember them being like 50. I guess 80 and 50 are different.
No, they used to be like 25.
Really? I don't think that's true.
When I was a kid, they were definitely less than 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every year I would get one for Christmas. It was like a tradition, and I used to get them. And again, it was just one of those things. If I grew up and my siblings didn't get them, so and they got more expensive,
right?
So I just stopped getting them, and
Got rid of them.
Yeah, now we don't have any. But like, yeah, those are like
Yeah.
you could resell those, especially the really old ones.
Yeah.
Like I had like a rescue helicopter with 2 rotors. That I feel like could go for a lot, and the like one of those like long ladder fire trucks.
Yeah.
I feel like that one also could have got. Like,
I didn't know
was-
they made Hess fire trucks. I thought they were all green.
This was like white with like still green trim. They all have green trim.
They all have green and white, yeah. I think we had one. I think we had one at one point. My brother did. Yeah, I get what you mean.
And
That's a bummer.
my grandfather had a police car one from like 92.
Yeah.
Like straight out of, as I mentioned, did I mention on this show like the scene in Free Willy where the car drives into the aquarium?
I don't think it was
Crazy.
on this show, but you mentioned Free Willy to me recently.
That scene still like blows my mind. I'm like, how did they why is there a police car in the aquarium?
That's so funny. We can move on if you want. That was good though. That's a good question.
Yeah, you had Madhouse next, I believe.
Yeah, on Madhouse this week, Renan Hirschberg was on. I like Renan. I think he's funny. I think he's a good dude. But they were talking about. I guess I don't have too much to go off of on this, but they were talking about serial killers, and Renan was saying that he was into serial killers before they were cool, before there were 100 podcasts about them. And he said that Ed Gein shouldn't be counted as a serial killer because he only. Oh, actually, I have one thing I want to clear up that they were talking about besides this, but he goes, he only killed 2 people. That doesn't count. And I think it's just the fact that he was like making like nipple belts and like human skin lampshades and shit.
Yeah.
That's why
he
people
was digging up bodies.
Yeah, that's why people think he's like so much more fucked up than he is, but he was mostly like not killing people.
Disrespecting strangers' family members.
Exactly, which is way better than killing an actual alive person.
Yeah, this is like like that situation where they're like, actually, most school shootings are just gang-related shootings in high schools in the inner city. It's the same thing.
Right. I guess so. But technically, to be a serial killer, I think you have to kill at least 3 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And a lot of where they say the school shootings is just like gang violence in inner city schools.
Sure.
Where it's not actually like
someone who went out of their way.
They're not going for the KDR.
Right. But the other thing that they talked about was the phrase "see you next Tuesday," and they go, "That would be sjunt," and I go,
"Sint."
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah,
That's
see you
cunt.
next Tuesday is cunt. Yeah.
Isn't it sunt?
Yeah.
What did that mean, sunt?
You fucking sunt. She was being a real sunt, wasn't she?
How did they get around that?
Wait, no, it'd be sint, because you. Sint.
It doesn't work at all.
Sint. You fucking sint.
Yeah, how'd that work?
I go, no, the point is that you say the letters C and U out loud.
Yeah.
Neither of them landed on that. I'm like, you're starting to spell out the word. But then instead of saying NT, you go next Tuesday.
Right.
I don't know how neither of them. They were both like, yeah, right, yeah.
Because Renan could never be subtle once in his life.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but neither of them landed on that's why it's like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I had for that. But the serial killer stuff was interesting. And I liked hearing him talk about it stuff because he like knows about that stuff.
My favorite part of the episode when he was like, hurt people is a terrible saying. He's like, no, everyone's an asshole.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, and everyone is hurt, and some people don't go out of their way to hurt other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, my tag on this was going to be also, maybe you deserve it. Every once in a while, look in the mirror and be like, hurt people is a way to always absolve yourself of any wrongdoing in any situation.
Is it?
Yeah, because you're being like, oh, this person's just damaged, so like that's why they treated me that way, instead of ever taking responsibility for why you could have made someone act in a way that's against you.
I feel like hurt people is usually used for like parents who were abused as children and then abuse their children. I wouldn't justify that.
I guess.
What, the kid deserved it because they just were a kid?
Yeah, they're probably being a brat.
Well, okay. Well, I don't know if I agree with that one, but I feel like that's usually used in like abuse situations.
Yeah, their mom was on drugs and they were being loud and killing the high.
Yeah, this was a good episode. It was a good hang.
There are situations where people will say hurt people to justify.
And they kind of deserve it, yeah.
Not taking responsibility for things.
I actually feel like it's the opposite, where it's usually people going, why is this person treating me this way? What did I do to deserve this? And someone else comes in and goes, that person was probably hurt. Like, I feel like it's the person, you would never go, well, this person hurt me. They must be really sad. You would go, why the fuck did that person hurt me? And usually someone else comes in and goes, think of it this way. They were probably hurt as a child or whatever. Like, I feel like it's never the person receiving the abuse that says that phrase.
Yeah.
It's usually someone else trying to defend the person that hurt them.
But have you ever considered that my haters are just jealous?
I have considered that, and they are.
And they're hurt.
True.
And I'll hurt them.
They're hurting. That's all I had on that.
Okay.
What do we have? 2 left?
Yeah. First of all, morning zoo.
Ooh, I'm about to learn.
Okay, first we have to because it's been talked about now on 4 different shows. We should address Stranger Things.
Oh, neither of us watched Stranger Things.
I know, but they talked about it on TTI, HSR, Skanks, and just everywhere. I feel like it would be irresponsible not to at least mention the finale.
Right.
My favorite was they were talking about on Skanks. They were like, no, in the 1980s, if you came out as gay, everyone would be like, oh my God, you have AIDS.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
But so Dan St. Germain was made a funny remark where they were like,
on what show?
On TTI, Burbs Bros.
Yes. You started this with Zoo, so I wanted to make sure everyone knew what show we were talking about.
He was this didn't have to do with the Zoo. I pivoted. This is a weave.
Yeah.
Classic Donald Trump weave right here.
Let's hear it.
He was Dan St. Germain, because they were speculating on TTI about if 11 was alive or not.
Okay.
And then Dan St. Germain was like, yeah, 11 will be alive when she runs out of money and wants another farm.
Yeah, true. Doesn't she have a baby, or is she pregnant or something in real life?
I don't know.
I think she's having a baby. Whatever. Keep going.
The that's it. I just wanted to at least bring that up.
Yeah.
And the episode of I didn't have much for Burbs Bros episode of TTI, but it was a good crossover act where they were talking all things aliens and
I would like to watch that too.
Disclosure and also Sean Donnelly had a good bad date story where this woman was just giving him nothing.
Yeah.
And he just kept trying and she just was like one answering him the entire time, just not engaged. And then he was like, "All right, well listen, I'm getting an Uber out of here. You can go if you want." And she was like, "No, I'll take the Uber back with you." And he was like, "Okay." And they split an Uber. She was gonna go back to her place. He was gonna go back to his. Her place was first, and she was like, the entire time he was asking her like, "Are you having a good time? Like you can leave if you like. It's fine. I have stuff to do after this anyway. You're not like,
keeping me
or anything." And she was like, "No, I'm having a good time." And she just kept saying like every time he asked, she said she was having a good time. And then as they're leaving, he was saying goodbye to her, and he's like, I just had to know, you did like, did you? You're fine, right? Did you have a good time? She was like, "Yeah, that was a great time. Thank you for taking me out." And he was like,
autistic.
And as he was leaving, he turned around and he goes, "I don't actually think you did have a good time." And she was like, "What? No, of course I did." And he was like, "No, I don't think you did. And just for future reference, you might want to try to pitch in a little bit more if you're gonna go do these things."
Oh my god!
And then he just left.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, look, I didn't realize that Sean Donnelly had such a pair of stones.
Yeah.
But now knowing some of the fight stories he talked about on that same episode of TTI and this, I'm like, man, he's got brass balls.
I feel like that's mean, and he didn't need to do that.
I mean,
what if she was like scared to like, I don't know. Women are weird on dates where they're like, I'm afraid of if this guy thinks that I'm not. Although she also wasn't really playing it up that much.
Yeah, she could have.
Yeah, she could have
done
participated
anything
more. Yeah. I wasn't on the date, but that's funny. I like being like, I don't think you did have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty funny. So Morning Zoo, we have 2 fun facts that I just want you to hear.
I'm excited. Mike specifically
Zac
was going to
Facts.
tell me this at home and then went, "No, I want to hear your real reaction on air."
It's a new segment on the show called Zac Facts. You know how Godfrey has Black Facts? This is Zac Facts.
Yeah, Zac Facts can be from either of Zach's shows.
Yeah.
Or any of Zach's shows now.
So the first one was that competitive cooking shows, most of the time, they have sous chefs on staff that will remake the dishes.
Whoa.
For camera.
Whoa. That's interesting because plenty of times, if they really fuck it up, you see it in the end.
And they're supposed to replicate it. They just replicate if it's bad.
Whoa, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was saying because it's too much to like, what if they fuck up a take or something like that? He was like, so they
need to have a spare.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's so interesting.
Crazy, right?
That's a good one. That's a really good fact. I
did not think that at all.
I didn't
was
either.
Shocked by that.
This is only slightly related, but I was talking to Danny Braff of the Regs recently.
Uh-huh.
And he was saying how he used to get paid to be a background person for... He said he used to do it for a bunch of shows where you would just be like a stand-in in the background and you would get paid per day. He said the worst one was Beat Bobby Flay, which is also a competitive cooking show.
Okay.
And he said that it was the worst because it was standing. Like, if you look in the background, it's supposed to be like a fight where Bobby Flay and this competing chef are in like a ring and all the audience is like in the background and they're all standing.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
So he said it paid the most because it sucked the most because it'd be like an 8-hour shift with like a half-hour break and the rest was standing.
Well, full curtain pull.
Full curtain pull.
Same with skank fights. All plants.
What was skank fights?
Not a single audience. Do you not know what skank fights is?
The actual fights? The boxing and stuff?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, then yes, I do. So all the people
All
fighting are
plants.
plants? That's funny.
Yeah, it's not even the real gas digital people. They're just stunt doubles.
They put on the headgear. You can't tell the difference.
Yeah, Paco's stunt double is actually Bobby Lee.
They made him also Asian for some reason.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like that. Sorry, I ruined it. Sorry, I walked all over it.
The other Zac fact.
Let's hear it.
That came towards the end of the episode was this was even more shocking to me. Tattoos were illegal in New York City from 1961 until 1997.
Wow. Like to do them in New York.
Yeah.
Why?
I think it had to do with like needles.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense to not be sharing needles.
Yeah.
Why the 60s, though? Because AIDS wasn't around in the 60s. I would assume it would be an AIDS thing.
Tattooing was illegal in New York City from 61 to 97, a 36-year ban primarily attributed to health concerns like a hepatitis B outbreak and efforts to clean up the city before the 64 World's Fair, though some officials have had personal motives. During this time, artists operated underground, and the ban was officially lifted when licensing was introduced.
I see.
But Zach was saying...
I didn't know there was a 64 World's Fair. I thought that ended in like the 30s.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But Zach was saying that, like, when he was around in the 90s, that the tattoo shops in New York City would, like, it would be 8 to 8, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's
that
like
they
that in
could
South
kinda,
Korea. Tattoos are illegal, I'm pretty sure, in South
Really?
Korea, and they have, like, underground tattoo parlors there, too. Yeah.
I'm like, so what a funny loophole to be like, as long as it's at night, who gives a shit?
As long as it's not during business or, like, regular people business hours,
Yeah.
that's funny. That's
no
great.
one's gonna who's gonna check?
That's great. That's funny.
That's that's very funny to me.
Yeah.
Like it cut like tattoo shops open before SNL is on.
Yeah.
So those are the two Zac facts.
I love it.
Interesting,
Good facts.
right?
Very, very good facts. Who was on?
Jess Levin and Sherry Soprani.
Ooh, ladies.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm kidding. What do you got left?
Did you see Nick Mullen calling Dave Smith Indian on Story Warz?
I was there for that episode, and I'm very excited that it came out finally, because I think I left it in the last episode that I was like, that was a great Story Warz episode of the year.
Yeah.
And you were like, that wasn't a 2025 episode because it didn't come out until this week.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible episode. Just from what I caught, was
Very
so funny.
Nick making fun of Sam being a writer, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna be good at Story Warz because
Yeah.
I'm an author."
Being like, "Oh, look at me, I use commas and periods."
And then Nick had a story that was really long and full
Yeah.
of commas and periods.
Yeah.
But the other funny thing was that like how Story Warz just makes you so competitive that even Nick Mullen,
Yeah.
by the third story when he didn't guess right, just completely just kind of checked out. Not checked
Yeah.
out really, but was like visibly mad that he just didn't have a good streak anymore.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to guess. I find it very hard to guess. I think it's much easier to trick people. So I wouldn't feel bad. There's 5 options. Like guessing 1 out of 5, I feel like is hard. I'm never good at it.
Did you like well, the story we were just talking about, I guess it's spoiling, never mind.
Oh, you're going to say who it is?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, let's not.
But
I don't know. I'm sorry. Just the part that stands out to me is Sam Tallent being like, they're all so fat and they have such little legs. They walk so much and they're so fat.
All the Rascals are sold out in New Orleans. Way to go. They're so fat and they have to stand for so long.
It's crazy.
I'll cut it in here. It's better from the episode.
yeah, because they were doing the chairs chant.
Yeah.
All right, well, I won't spoil who it is, but the story in question where Nick was making fun of Sam, have you ever had a situation similar to that where like you were at a funeral or some kind of other somber event and you like said like how are you doing, and it was very obvious that the answer was not going to be good?
It's not been awkward like that, but I've definitely been like, I don't know, I went to from 2022 to 24 I went to a lot of funerals, and I definitely met up with, I would make a joke to family that I hadn't seen in a while but had seen at a funeral and been like, "Oh, it's good to see you. We should meet we should meet up at something else next time." And that was usually received well, to be like, "Let's spend time together not at a funeral next time."
There you go. Funeral etiquette with
Yeah, but it's like it's a little bit of light banter because everyone's like, "Yeah." And I would be like, "It's good to see you. I wish it was under better circumstances." That kind of thing.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But when you're 8, it's kind of hard to do that.
That was a really funny story.
Did I tell you at my great-grandmother's funeral? This is I think I've told this story on the show before, but it's worth bringing up again. Actually, this story involves a person who's now been deceased. But my, what is the word for someone who died?
Deceased?
Yeah, but when you're referring to the late great uncle Kip.
Okay.
Of mine, who just passed away actually, was a great man. And when we were at my great grandmother's funeral, I don't know why, but like for whatever reason, we both didn't. I think because it was like May or something, so it was kind of hot.
Yeah.
And we kept our sport coats in the back of the limo until we got there.
Right.
And when we got to the church, we just put on our sport coats.
Right.
And I was like, why is this longer?
Oh.
Why is this like
too big for
it's
me?
Like I'm swimming in it.
Yeah.
And like everyone was making fun of me. They're like, Michael, you're like swimming in this thing. And then like from across the room, my great uncle was in a different conversation. He was like, I don't remember this being so tight.
Yeah.
And then we both realized, but we didn't realize until after the funeral.
Oh,
so we were
my
like sitting in
God.
each other's things the entire funeral, and
That's
afterwards
funny.
realized that we had switched sport coats.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But you were able to swap in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We swapped back, but it was like we looked at each other. We were like, "Oh, 'cause
You're
we
in
were
my
both
coat."
wearing gray. We're the
Yeah.
only two wearing gray."
Right. That's so funny. That's cute. That's a cute story.
Yeah.
I love it.
Also, real quick from the regs, the Riff Room.
Tell me about the Riff Room. I didn't see this one.
So this was from Skankfest also.
Right.
Dan Soder, and this has been talked about in another in-studio episode of the regs. Dan Soder, for the 10th anniversary of Skankfest, wants to do a Riff Room.
Which means?
He was going to sit in a tent, and it's not going to be free. You have to pay extra.
Not. Of course not.
But you pay Dan per minute
to riff
on anything.
That's really funny as a concept.
He's like, it's lap dances for comedians.
Yeah. That's good.
And
That's good.
They were like, all right, fine, Dan, we'll do the Riff Room. Let's try it right now. And they like got an audience member up. And it was bad.
That's awesome. That's really good.
And Joe List had a really killer line I wish you would cut in, but I don't remember what it was. But
maybe I'll find it.
It was just, I don't remember exactly what it was. But he was like, this is just having a conversation. This isn't a riff anymore.
Yeah. That's funny.
So yeah, that was very funny. It was also, what a great surprise treat that Tim Dillon was on the reg.
Yeah. I wish I had pulled through for that. I don't think I even knew when it was recording to come through.
Did you see them, the clip came out, I didn't even remember this from the episode, but where they did Dirty Dancing?
Yes. I did see that with the picture, and they're like, oh my God, it's like a National Geographic. You just zoom in, and look at these people in the back. Is that not what they said?
No, it was Joe running into Lewis's arms. and, like,
Yeah,
trying to
and
lift
then
him.
on the show they're like zooming in on audience members in the
Oh.
back. Is that not what happened?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, whatever. I don't remember more than that. I thought you were gonna go off on it.
I forgot the line.
Okay, whatever. I'll
But
cut
that was I thought. What would you? I would pay for a riff with Dan Soder.
I would, and I hope that if either of us came in, he'd be like, "You don't have to give me money."
No, I want to pay. I want the good stuff.
I would
it's
do
not
that.
Gonna be as good.
I would do that. I would like to sit in a room with Dan and talk to him.
I would pay for a riff room with Ryan Shaner.
Aw, you did that.
I feel like he would also be good at doing a riff
You did
room.
that on the End podcast.
Yeah, but not everyone gets to do that.
Yeah.
Or Butterly.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So that's it. Thank you, Dom, for chipping in earlier.
Yeah.
I like to live in the realm of always the most exciting thing is happening at
Still
all
up
times.
for debate. We're
So
gonna go to a bar after this and
I'm
find out
gonna
the real
live in the
answer.
reality that Dom not only had coitus with Serafina, but that he took her virginity, folks.
What a crazy dude.
Dom took Serafina's virginity, put it out there.
Damn.
Gay blind Serafina.
Wow. Riveting. This has been Gas Digital Now, the Gas Digital wrap-up show. You should subscribe to Gas Digital Now on YouTube. I'm going to edit in here if we have a date picked out for our 1,000 subscriber Q&A special.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's probably going to be the last Wednesday of the month, potentially.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll
Send in your
formulate it.
questions.
You should subscribe anyway, even if you haven't, because at 3,000, we're going to do a lie detector test.
Oh, yeah. Send in your questions.
Yeah.
And subscribe to gasdigital.com to watch all of these episodes ad-free and uncensored on demand and use our code
Stop wiggling.
NOW.
Use code NOW
To get extra savings.
We get a little kickback for that.
Yeah.
It reflects well on us.
You get a special discount with us.
Yes.
And then follow the Gas Digital accounts on Instagram and Twitter for all of your favorite promotional highlights. And go to the Gas Digital YouTube channel at Gas Digital Network if you want to see some classic clips. And again, subscribe to Gas Digital Now on YouTube to get us in the algorithm and so we can recap more of your favorite shows.
Yeah, 2 episodes ago is doing really well right now, so that feels really good. The Steve-O one.
More like Damo.
True. Wait, Dom, you want to plug? Have you cut? Did you cut? You want to plug? Not anything? It doesn't have to be yours.
No, there's pictures of my Instagram on the Racist live chat.
Plug something out. There's not like a show that you work for that you're like, you should go watch it.
Go watch every other show on Gas Digital.
Yeah, there we go.
Dom has this Dropbox that he will send you a link to with Serafina's nudes in it if you really want.
if you
I'll
I'm
give
not
you
going
the
to plug
Dropbox
his
links.
Instagram. Bye, everyone.
I like the idea of being a Dropbox.
Yeah, I give you